What is going on stream? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excited to be here back with some fun Space Engineers gameplay. I'm excited to jump back into this survival with you guys. So, as you guys know, out here every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 to 9 p.m. Thank you guys for being here today. Also going to be uploading this on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Tcully. Look forward to seeing you guys. Comment what you want to see next in the survival series. Our goal here is to get to Earth from the alien planet moon of Triton. So we are getting from here over to Earth. Once we get to Earth, we've successfully completed our survival let's play here. So we're jumping back in. Where we left off last time was that we had gone ahead and found a station. We got a little motorbike built from our base, and now we're at least able to make some income to be able to get some of those resources that we don't have but need in order to make our long journey to the Earth-like planet in this star system that we're in. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in here. Excited to get back to it. It's been a while. I remember our bulky little speeder bike that we ended up building last time. And then I know we've got our base is just a little bit over that way there. And we'll go ahead, see what options we've got in terms of missions, and see if we can't have some success, make some money, and get some components, maybe some thruster components that we'll need in order to get into space and to keep moving. So let's see here. The biggest thing that we're kind of after is we want to be able to get to a couple million gold, Space Engineers tokens, space coins, and go about that way of getting some of these other components. Because once we are able to purchase or be able to complete a few of these contracts, we can come over here and be able to... Where's the store for this station? Is it over here? Let's see. We should be able to buy some components. Here it is. This is ATM. Anyways, yeah, we can essentially either at this station or at our other station that we know that's on this planet, we can go ahead and get those extra materials. There it is. So we can go in the store here. We can even buy ships, which might be an idea, especially if we are limited to some of our just atmospheric vehicles. We can always be able to grab one of these guys and modify it to our needs. So we will work on getting... Let's go ahead and shoot for... let's shoot for 4 million. I think that should put us into a position to be able to buy some other components at that other station. So let's go ahead and do a search contract to start. That'll be easy enough to give us the ability to go ahead and get some initial cash. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this guy. Yup. And then we'll go jump on our bike and go track it down. Let's hope I left enough fuel for us to go and find that lost cargo. Okay. Jump here. boot it up, and it looks like we're 15 kilometers to the other side of the planet. Let's go try it. So we'll just get our move on over. Not going to go too quick here. Looks like we got plenty of battery to jump over there, make it back here, and or either make it there. If we're able to complete it, then we can just go right back to base and work on some of what we had going on there. So got some music playing in the background. We'll enjoy that. Feel free to let me know if it's a little too loud, a little too quiet. I think we're good. I think we finally got it figured out here by by Saturday stream number 2. But I think 25 minutes is plenty of time to get this done. As long as it's not like, just outside of the atmosphere in orbit somewhere, we should be okay. We're making good time. So, some exciting stuff we've got. So, as you know, we've got the Kingdom Come Deliverance and Empire at War. We started that on Tuesday. That's pretty exciting. Having a lot of fun with that playthrough. Excited to see what you guys think on that. So, and then we've also got the vlog. We've got a couple of final projects, but this week we are going and getting our chickens. So we'll have that vlog out for you guys probably by the end of let's go by the end of this week, maybe the week after Easter. I know that's coming up next weekend, so that'll probably have me busy there, but should be some exciting stuff on the YouTube channel, so make sure to go check it out. Alright, let's see. It's going to be a 750 meter radius. So we need to keep a keen eye out for our little black box. Not necessarily black, but within 750 meters. There it is. And it looks like we've got another station over that way as well. And we'll be wrapped up in plenty of time to make our 60K. As easy as that is. So we'll just drop her down. And just like that, we completed it. Okay, so how far are we from base? We are 18 kilometers. So let's head back there, see what we've got going. But successful test flight of our speeder bike. Excited on that. Haven't crashed it. Didn't flip it either, so as long as we stick it out that way, we should be good. All right, so we'll get back to base. We'll kind of make an analysis of what we need in order to make our journey. I mean, we can get into space fairly quickly. But I know that the planet will at least give us some pretty good options for some ore detection here. And it's a little bit easier to gather it since you're not worried about You're not worried about hydrogen or oxygen, really. We've got plenty, right? We've got a very large abundance of ice on this planet, so we'd probably want to take quite a bit with us when we go into space, because we'll need it for re-entry into the Earth-like planet once we get out there. But we also need a jump drive, so we need to find gold and silver. Platinum shouldn't be found on the planet, so that'll be some asteroid mining that we'll need to do there. Same thing with uranium, but should not be too bad. And we should kind of keep an eye out. Since we've got the ship, we might as well, because we've got an ore detector on board. I'm smart enough to put that on there. Yeah. 50-meter range, so let's go ahead and bring it a little lower, not crash into the surface, but let's see what's right up here. We've got magnesium, nickel, but I think we've already got magnesium, silicon, and nickel. So, ooh, okay. But we'll keep checking some of these disturbances, change in textures on the surface, see if it's anything. Looks like a bunch of the same. If we find iron, we're gonna go ahead and grab a bunch of that. Hey, speaking of, let's go ahead and grab and fill up our boy. We're at 12,000. I think we'd be able to double our weight with little issue. And then it'll just come down to battery life after that. But let's go ahead and just turn it off to conserve that battery. And then we'll get to work. Let's make a little catch. Let's reduce that drill noise a little bit there. It can get intense from time to time. I know that, I believe it was Space Orc that was here last stream, recommended a mod that we'll add. I think we'll do today, unmodded, and then we'll go ahead and maybe spice it up a little bit with some mods coming up here next Saturday when we return to Space Engineers. Just mine this out, grab as much as we can. And we'll go ahead and drop it right off. Oh, we don't have as much room as I thought. Okay, I think this is probably going to be everything we take. That should give us plenty of iron ore. If we don't have, I mean, I don't remember what we have exactly back at base, so that might be something that we gotta consider, that we've got a bit back there, but I don't want to assume anything. but I know that we're going to need plenty of steel plate, so we'll just pack as much as we can everywhere. So, I forgot, we put a little autocannon on there. And that's a manual load. Is that how I did that? I got it. We'll figure that out. But that's enough to pick up the rest of what we mined. Don't want to leave any waste behind. And we'll go ahead and keep on our journey here. Cool. I think if I can stay at 70 meters, that'll give us the ability to... Ooh, of course I say, let's stay low to the ground as soon as it starts getting dusty. Okay, well, we'll let our things drift a little bit there. And then go ahead and skip this song, because I ain't feeling it. So, alright. Let's keep on moving here, and we'll get back to base. Let's grab some magnesium as well. Actually, we're full up. And, okay, yeah, it's perfectly fine. We're still able to double our weight with loaded up with iron, but we definitely are going to need something a bit bigger to be able to actually haul some good cargo. The other thing we got to consider with that, we might be able to do some hauling contracts, but that's going to be once we have a jump drive for sure. Okay, so we went to the IDHI station, and then is the beacon? Beacon's a different location, so we'll go see our base. I know we had a couple of mines established here as well. Now it's coming back to me. And got cobalt. Magnesium is the thing that we're missing, but we're not really in a situation where we need to be worrying about any sort of hostiles. I say that and we're going to get attacked by like a pirate or something like that. Alright. But honestly, ooh, am I moving down too fast? Gotta keep that in mind. Is that we do not stop as fast as we do when we are empty. Physics, a crazy thing. Okay, let's get landed here. We'll get everything unloaded, and I think we'll just go ahead and just run it up with some of those contracts. Get a couple 100K in the bank. Because what are we sitting at right now? We are sitting at a half, so that's pretty good there. We'll get. Let's get up. Yeah, let's get up. We were goal 4 million. You gotta get 10 times the value. That seems pretty doable. Okay, let's see. Refinery's filled up. Small cargo container, we can drop it in there. And I think that's the thing that we got to focus on here, is now that we've got a bunch of iron, we can kind of focus on getting some more, because yeah, I forgot, we are bare bones here. We've just got our cargo container, our basic assembler, basic refinery. So we've got some work to do on this base, because what I like to do, the strategy I normally take is with each base I build it to that way anywhere I stop, in the system, the star system that we are in. I'm going to be sure to go ahead and make sure that every facility has got the basics, right? Your full tilt assembler, as well as your a full-size refinery, full-size assembler, most likely of the industrial style, just because that's the one that I prefer. Let's turn off park. Let's turn off that so we lay flat, and we'll re-engage park. Cool. So let's go ahead and first let's get more storage capacity, because we've got one cargo container and that's it. And then we also need a tank for our H2O2 generator. So let's see about some tank options here. What do we use? Brown beacon. Okay, that's what we used on that. Okay, so we can put an oxygen tank down, but we need steel plates. Do we got those in the box? We do got those in the box. We'll go ahead and move that there. See what we got in production. Nothing in production, so let's get a couple hundred steel plates. Let's get a half. Let's do 100 motors. Actually, no, we'll just do the steel plates, and then we'll build up from there. So let's see here. Do I want a conveyor? Yeah, let's do this. We'll do oxygen, and we'll do a small hydrogen tank to start. Just because, again, we don't have a crazy ton of resources. Oh, we're gonna need steel tubes, large steel tubes. How many each? 40, 80 total, and 120. 80, 80, 16, 120. Okay. So production, we need 160. Nope, 80. We'll do 8, 160, and then we'll do, I think we've probably got 80 construction components, don't we? 59. So we'll do another 30, 40, and just do 100. We needed 16 computers, and then we needed just additional steel plates, and we've got those in the production queue. So let's work on getting that iron done, and we'll do the nickel next. But that is the thing that we probably need, is we need multiples now. We need to be able to get, just be able to knock, we drop off ore, and it churns out everything that we need in ingots. We can at least grab a few steel plates from the little bit left over from the pod that we had. And then we can look at welding up that a little bit more, and we can check in and see how much iron, well, how much of those components have been assembled. Okay, so that's doing good. We'll let that run. We'll go see what this is about. Maybe it'll give us some more space credits, put us a little closer to that 4 million number. Secret Tactical. Is that a... okay. So I'm like, is that someone that showed up? Because I really didn't think that there was another station, because we had 2 beacons. Alright, is this going to be one that's going to make it difficult for me, or is this... Nope, we're good. We'll push the button. Ooh, zombie rifle. I don't know what that one is. I don't think I have anything of that set yet. Alright. Stay there. Let me open you up. Construction components and space credits. Happy days, happy days. I could start being real picky and like bringing the bike over to get these and taking the batteries back with me, but I don't think the 2 power cells, now that we can make them, I don't think they're really worth, not that rare. That first battery that you get off of the escape pod is pretty handy for that first small ship build. But we're sitting pretty good now. We'll get this cleaned up. Cool. Head back to base, see how we're looking on some of those components that we were putting together, and we'll see if we can't get those 2 tanks completed. So I know the large steel tubes were just about done. The smalls should be done too. I know we had plenty of nickel. It's just a matter of the amount of iron that we had. Okay, let's take a look here. Yep, everything is done. So we'll make sure we grab the rest of those. And I know we're not going to be able to fit all the steel tubes because those things hog up your inventory like no man's business. But there's an oxygen tank. And I'll jump in the chair in just a second, lady. Okay, and we'll get the rest of those steel tubes. We'll take a seat in the chair for a second, get our battery back up. Let's see, I know our goal is to get back to Earth. Do we take a detour and land on that planet? Maybe, maybe not. I do have spiders turned on for the alien planet. I don't have them turned on here, so we'll see what happens. I think at least we make a stop on Mars. That'll be a nice midway point where we can make a new base. And then be able to kind of make a name for ourselves in the star system. Maybe actually get some good trades going. Cool. Alright. Got a couple of those guys. Are we out of power? No, those are just empty. And also not conveyored up to anything. So that'll be the next thing we do. Okay. So we're also able to now, if we've progressed, we should be able to build a refinery. And I think I want to go ahead and face it this way. So that way we can put our mods later on in the back there. And holy steel plates. Cool. Let's go ahead and work on that. So we're going to need a lot more steel, which I think we've already worked through. We have not worked through the iron that we have yet. So let's get that going. Throw that in there. We'll also go ahead and put all of our components. Actually, let's just drop them into the refinery so that way we know we've got them there. Cool. All right, we'll get those other steel plates up for production. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we'll get this moved up into there. And again, I think I want the nickel working down next. And then let's get this conveyored up there so we can start turning that ice into gas. Do I have it on my system? No, I got the small conveyors. I like the look of the pipes, so we're going to use the pipes. All right. Actually, let's leave that open so that way I can add to it later on, because I know that we're going to get more complicated as things go. Another unknown signal drop, and let's do it this way. Just to make it that much easier. And we can then, I think I'm out of steel plates or interior plates, which I know those are in our handy dandy cargo container, and we'll get that cleaned right on up. Perfect. And it's all gonna come down to motors. We don't have anything else in here. If that's emptied out, let's get he's grinding away on those. Let's get a couple of construction components. Let's also get a good amount of motors, but I also should have some motors in the cargo container. Not a lot, but enough to get at least this one finished, and this one, and not quite that one. Not quite that one either. And what about you? Cool. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of that under production. Give me those motors now, and those construction components, and we'll actually go ahead and just do 100. I said 100 of one of those, and we'll be looking pretty good. Okay. What else did we need for here? Metal grids. I can make metal grids with this one, right? I just need cobalt for it. Yeah, okay. 20 of them? Yes. And then 20 large steel tube. And 11 more computer. So let's just throw those in the production queue. 20 of you, 20 of you. Do I need more silicon? 7.2, 749. Yeah, we can go grab some. Did you chew up all that iron already? You did. Keep refining that, because... yeah, because I need that more than 1.33. Okay, I've got enough for that there, but let's at least go grab a couple inventories full. And we'll drop the rest of the materials that we've got. Or dump them into whatever we can build. Cool. Okay, so let's get those construction components, those computers. We'll dump those grids and we'll dump all that in there. So we'll dump those. And then we'll get those in there. Get those in here. And now it's interior plate time. Production. Let's get that 100 of those. Let those keep on keeping on there. But let's actually move those steel plates to the back of the line. That way those can get made up. I should have plenty of cobalt. Yeah, I've got plenty of cobalt. It's just not... yeah. Yeah, got plenty. So that'll finish up. We've got our upgraded drill on us already. And then... I need more small steel tubes. A few more motors. Still need more small steel tubes. Which that's easy enough to remedy. And we can also take the rest of those. Okay, so we can fill him up. Boom. We can fill him up. And then do you still... Yep. Yep. So we need more steel tubes than I thought. Boom. And then I think... still probably need at least 20 more there. All right, let's get this finished up. And I think we'll be able to weld this most of the way. Alright, let's throw... Again, let's empty out our inventory a bit here. because we'll wait for the rest of those components to be finished up. We'll go grab a little bit more silicone and cobalt, because the next thing we're building is assembler, and we'll need both of those things for that. So okay, so this is our iron hole. Do we have a... We did. Cobalt. Fat man walking. All right. Which way are we going here? We're going that way. It's like 300 meters from the base. That's pretty nice. Alright, well, let's drop off this ore, and then we will go check that out. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in our face. Okay, we'll drop you and you off. We'll go see what this guy's about. Nothing there, but I'll take that. And I'll take this. Alright, that's good enough. That'll disappear in like 60 seconds here. There's the sun. Love Space Engineers lighting. That is the one thing that I think everyone complains about. It gets a little funky, but I personally love it because it's iconic. Okay, let's get the refinery. Throw you in there. Oh, that's spooky. Look at that. Let's actually do that this way. View. Actually, let's go ahead and grab the thumbnail. So, cool. All right. Actually, let's just sit in the chair so that way I don't have to hold a button. Oh. Probably processed all of that ice already, so we probably need to do that next. So let me see. H2O2. Yep. It did exactly what I thought. So we need 4,000 liters of ice. Let's go grab that. Nothing better than finding ice on a lake or a river because it is nothing but pure ice. Don't gotta worry about stone. Don't gotta worry about nothing. Makes it easy. Okay. Give me chicken tendies, be they crispy or from Wendy's. Okay. O2 generator. I've gone past it twice now. That's about half, so I can get another inventory full, another 6.2k. All right. What's that put us at? A little bit over. Not a big deal. We've got plenty of space in our other storage containers. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drop this right in there, and we're working it down anyway, so get that, consolidate that, and then let's grab our building materials. And then we can finish this guy up. Did we not finish all of those? We did not, because we are not refining iron ore. And that is what we need to be refining. So let's focus on that, please, refinery. Need another 300 or so. And that'll put us there. So we'll let that finish up real quick, and then we can kind of figure what we want to do next. Okay, so we've got that going there, so why don't we go ahead get this here. just take some of those steel plates. We'll bring this out. One here, so that way then we can go ahead and grab a assembler, and we'll do the industrial because it allows more attachment points for modules. And right, yeah. So we'll put him here. And again, we're probably looking at another couple hundred and 140. Yeah, another extra 140. Not too big of a deal here. And get another couple hundred of those. Oh, that's the survival kit making those. I don't. And yeah, let's get those. Get those worked on. And we are out of iron again, which again, not surprising. That's the thing you're going to go through the most of. And we'll go ahead now and get this finished. And then we'll go ahead here and get a few more of these computers here. And then we also need displays. That's the main thing I wanted to grab because I think those don't require, nope, everything requires iron. That's fine. You can't die from an impact if you just constantly push yourself on the ground. Okay. Give me the iron. I want to take the time while we're sitting here and doing this mining. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here and supporting the channel. If you guys want to support me even further than just watching, feel free to check out that link up in the top left there. It allows you to make a donation to supporting both the YouTube and the Twitch streams. The more you're able to help me out, the more I'm able to make more content. So we'll come back for the rest of this because we need a lot of it. Alright, now we'll get down here, and actually we've got this nice little point where I can just stretch this out here, and look at that, we can drop it right into the refinery. Okay, so that's working on that. We'll go grab the rest of it. We probably should grab more silicone too. And we go back up again. Don't hit my head. Alright, cool. Making some good progress. Boom. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Like your life depends on it. Because it do. Alright, we'll take that little bit of iron, which is like what? K? 2K? Almost 2.6, 2.7K. Alright, and we'll go ahead and grab some silicone. Perfect. What'd that give us? Probably K, I'm guessing. Yeah, look at that. You dropping right in on top of us, just about. And we get that moved, and then we can drop this one into the survival kit. Okay, so that means we got all of our displays done. We'll grab those. And we also got those computers done. We already got those in the inventory? No. Where are those computers? Get a little recharge going on. Get a little healing going on because we bonked our head a couple times while we were mining. And I probably should at this point just invest in a mining ship. Which might be what I turn him into. Because I could get rid of this entire front end and replace it with a drill. No, we'll keep this as our little scouting vehicle. That'll work out best for us. Okay, we'll get this assembler completed, and it at least makes our lives a little bit easier on the. Oh, that's why I put those in the wrong assembler. Can't really make the computers for the assembler that I'm building. Doesn't really work that way. Okay, we'll drop the rest of those in there. And we also need the 4 metal grids. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. We'll get this guy finished. And now watch. Watch the difference. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and use the survival kit to make a steel plate, right? What we started with. Okay. The basic assembler. A single plate. Boom. Let's do 10 plates. Okay, that's pretty good. Industrial assembler. Boom. And we can now make all of our different components that we need a little bit faster. Okay, so we got that done. And we've got this done. Boom. Cool. So I should be able to refine a lot more ore. Oh, yeah, there it goes. So we'll go ahead and have you get finished there. You can just mine cobalt until you're blue in the face. And then we'll let's drop the rest of this off in the cargo container. And we'll drop one of those off. And we'll go ahead and do a disassembling of that, because that'll give us a little bit of stuff back. And we can get rid of the couple of extra tools that we've because I ain't hurting for it. Okay, that's all done. I didn't mean to disassemble those. Okay. The other thing we probably need to work on before we go is we need to get a... Excuse me. Here, actually, let me just get this out of the way. Okay. Let's get a connector for the speeder bike so that way we can charge it up to full. And we'll do it here. And it requires components that I just put away. Boom. And what do we need? Oh wait, what do I got in the... Ah. But now that actually we've got the actual assembler though, I should be able to go to production, industrial assembler, build, boom, boom. And then it's just going to go ahead and make everything that I need instead. Except, I probably don't have the materials for everything, do I? Go ahead and process that iron. That'll get pulled over. Is it pulling it over? Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was dumb. Assembling. And there we go. Simple mistake. I had it backwards. And then the other thing that we'll do here is grab a few of those steel plates. And actually, we'll just do, while that's working on those, I'll make me another 10, just so I can lay a little bit more floor. So that way, when we park the bike, we can get on and off the bike. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we should be able to... Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. And now we can go ahead, release that parking brake. And then we should be able to just back right on up. And we'll rotate to get square. And then we'll get charged on up. And then probably the other thing we should do is, I did realize that I don't think I put any batteries on our base proper. So let's get that. How many do we need for a battery? Let's go with the Warframe battery, just because I like the look of them. And we'll put them right off. So 80, I need 160. Well, let's do it this way. We'll get this out of the build planner. And then we'll do... Cool. Okay, so now I should be able to come in here. Production, industrial assembler, build planner, 1, 2. And that should make everything that we need. I think we've got enough of everything. And I think... we'll put you away in the cargo container again. And let's actually take some bottles with us, and we'll go take the speeder bike out. Does this tell me on the bottom of the Warframe battery what we're at? It looks like it's dead. It doesn't have any extra juice, so we will let that do its thing. I could add a solar sail on it, which might not be a bad idea actually. So let's look at that. I think it's 16. Solar. Oh, it's only 8. 32 is the big ones for the... Cool. So let's do... we'll take 16 of those. And then we'll take... did we get all our components done? 4 more power cells. Perfect. That's a good start. Now those guys can actually kind of give us a benefit other than just running what we got. Okay. All right. Let's see. Has everything ceased? Nope, it's still working. Okay. And we'll just work. Okay, I'm losing power. Hold on, I gotta configure this, make sure I'm taking power in and not allowing power to go out. Alright, let me do a test here. Are we powered up? We are powered up. Okay, so let's... Okay, we're at the same battery power. And that's more than enough for what we need to do. Let's go check out... Let's go check out this beacon. While that's finishing up, we can at least go explore a little bit, make a few more dollars. Oh, actually, unknown distress signal. Let's go check it out. Could be a crashed ship. Oh, it disappeared. Well, it was in this direction and not too far away. So, yep. And that's why we keep at least one auto cannon or searchlight on the ship so that we can get auto targeting. Alright, what do we got here? Is it a truck or is it a ship? Either way, means more materials for us. Okay, let's go check it out. It looks like it is a rover of some kind. Huge. Absolutely huge. Let's get this all picked up. And this should be able to give us everything we need and more. Can I get a hold of this? There we go. Yeah, this was obviously, if it was sending out a beacon, it was sending it out long ago. Oh. Cool. Yeah, no, this is great. This is a huge find. Can we get like 4 more of these, please? Oh, and now we're in the interior, so we can see if there's any, like, goodies. Normally these, I think, have, like, lockers or something that you can access. If it's not totally rotted out. Come on, get up there. There we go. Oh, that's a fun way to do that. I gotta keep that in mind for next time. Actually, unknown technology. I have to research it first. Well, let's hope. Actually, I guess I can break it and see if it's got any inventory in it. Nope. How do you discover a desk? Oh, I probably gotta make something simple first or something. Oh, no. Homie, dude. Night. Aww. Rip, homie. Did you have anything on ya? Life. Put mans to rest. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's huge. Homie, thank you. Actually, is there an inventory on this? There is. Cosmic coffee. Alright, let's take this. Anything? No, we already pulled that. Cargo container. Access denied. Can I hack it? And then see what's in it? Huge. Okay. This is turned into a phenomenal find. Not far from home. Can I do this and then... Okay, so it's going to be the ores that are going to hold us back. But I've got 2 hours to pull everything. let's get this out of here. Ice. Ooh, hello. What was that? Oh, I drop a kitchen on my head. Why don't I? Ooh. Yeah, ice. Okay. Yep, let's run this back. Okay. Unknown distress signal. Let's just make a new from current position, and we're gonna call it crash site. And we will be right back, buddy. Base is that way. Ooh. Yeah, we've got to forget. We're loaded. We're loaded up, so we need to be very careful. Very careful not to crash our shit. Okay. And we'll see. Okay, we do definitely need a bit more thrust on the forward and reverse. Okay, let's line this up here. Park it. And let's move everything. Oh, small conveyor can't move through that. That's fine. But I can... Okay. And... Alright, let's read about this guy. My sister was having her first kid. I was supposed to meet him. I'm not supposed to... Oh, that's just sad. Oh, buddy. I think he needs a memorial. Let's do that real quick. Oh, hold on. This may not work. Okay, let's try this. Let's try something different here. Oh, I know what I can do. Boom, boom. And then we do mag plate. And we do the little guy. Because then he sticks. And then if I do this, I should be able to change its color. Right? No, I need to redo it. Okay. So now I should be, yes, I'm working in yellow. We'll make it yellow because the dude's suit was yellow, and we'll just leave it at that. A little memorial to our yellow suit friend who never got to meet his nephew. 'Tis the harshness of space. Throw that in there. Are we loaded back? We're still got a little bit of something in here. Saddle cockpit. Show only of the current ship. We'll get these guys out of the way. And we'll go get the rest of that ship. Alright. And off we go. Yep. I don't know what it is. Ever since I started playing games, even as a little tyke, I've always had it. You know, some people just throw their NPCs aside, but if I find one, he's my buddy. Simple as that. Whether it's a strategy game or it's something like Space Engineers where you just happen to find a corpse of a dude, gotta give him a little bit of respect. Alright, we're gonna get the rest of this loot here. Because a homie dude definitely wasn't gonna use it, but start slowing down. Let's see if I can do a little cheeky stop here with the plate. I think I'm gonna slow down enough though. Perfect. Go, 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 go. And whip it left, whip it right. And drop her down. But bruh, oh, that's interesting though. He's in a rover. And he crashed here. Peculiar. Oh, that's huge. Some heavy armor. Oh, that's really good. There's more buried? Alright, well, We'll drop that off. I'll throw those in there, that guy in there. We'll throw one, and we'll keep one. And drill, new grinder, and a new welder. Okay, so let's see about digging. Okay, so it seems like there's a little bit that's buried underneath here. AI defensive combat system. Can I get the battery out of the sand? Because that would be huge. It's full charge. I think my little ship can be able to carry that back. Well, let's get it disconnected. And then we'll go from there. This is a corridor block. It is.
Inventory full.
Oh.
Inventory full.
Okay. I will go drop my inventory. Of course, the 90 grids. Grids are heavy. Grids are very heavy. Okay, so it should be just about free now. Okay, let's see. Can I claim? Yeah, I'll claim the grid. That way it's not going to disappear on me. And then can I turn? So you're not connected to anything. So if I just K shooters. Oh, we also had stuff in this small cargo container, right? Okay. Just interior panels, plates there, inset couch. This guy have a whole, oh no, it just seems like a little. What do you got? Little handgun. Custom turret controller and Dusty. Let's get this cleaned up.
Energy low.
All right. Well, we are full up again, so let's go ahead and run this back. And then we'll bring 3 power cells back with us so that way we can go ahead and finish that job. Okay. We'll make one more trip here. Don't tell me it blew away. Hold on a second. Oh, rude. Well, we'll figure something else out for our crash site, homie. Okay. Why did that despawn? That was weird. Out of all of... I've never had that happen before. Okay. Connector. Nope, I want the cargo container. Let me throw all that junk in there. And then actually just go ahead and show me everything so I can start pulling stuff from... Yeah, no shortage of metal grids now, that's for sure. Yeah, okay. That is the one thing. Oh, I could do that too. That would make a huge difference. Is there... Maybe it's something in this that I can do. Alright, let's do it this way so I can actually see what's what. And... throw out, on, off. So then if I connect, I hit P, and I hit 1. I open up my inventory. Let's do a test. Does it kick it out? No. Okay. Okay, we'll keep on trucking then. And we'll just drop. I gotta remember that I've got that access point up there. Let's do it this way. Let's do stairs. I don't have stairs yet, but I get... Do I need to make like an interior wall? I gotta change my color off of it. There we go. Interior plate to build interior wall. Okay, that's fine. We will deal with that later. We'll throw the rest of that in there. And are we back down to 14K? We are. And let's go ahead and get everything out of this connector as well. Deposit all that. Okay. We will make that one last run. And I think that's where we will end it for today. So. Oh, we forgot the power. We forgot the 3 power cells. Again, are we really hurting that bad for power cells? No, but it's the power that's in the battery that I want most. Let's see. Okay. We will drop it here. And let's see, is there anything else that we want aside from this guy? Alright, yep, nope, we'll just take it. We'll just take it. And I'm tempted to put solar on the base, but the problem is like as soon as I put solar on the base, we're gonna get like 3 days of just sandstorms. Oh, this is gonna fill up our inventory in 2 seconds. Watch. As soon as we hit those steel tubes, boom! Look at that. That was actually the radio components that did it, but same thing. Both of them take up tons of space. Alright. That was a bed. Yup. But, you know, I will still respect our homie dude who happened to not be able to make it out of here, but I gotta give him a little flack. He had a whole refinery on board that he could have salvaged, and man, if they'd given me this at the start, oh, we'd be where we at now. Last episode. But we'll just take the rest of these steel plates. Inventory is full. The stockpile is full, my lord. Okay, and so is the ship. That works, though. Is there anything else we want to grab? You have anything good? Just construction components and steel plates. Okay, no detecting components. Okay. I think we're... Oh, where did those come from? Did I drop those? Oh, you're dumping. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, no. That's crazy. Yeah, that... Okay, I don't know. I don't know where or how that happened. Okay. Let's get this back. Woo! Almost lost everything there. That would have been bad. And we are loaded up, so we do not want to smack onto the surface. But it looks cool when I'm flying low to the ground. It's an actual speeder bike. Yeah, I have to add a shielding mod. Defensive shields is my favorite one. I feel like that's the most realistic. You can actually, like, gather materials. And then it is just a ridiculously large energy pool that you need in order to run your shields. But again, if you're just making it so that way when you hit the ground, you bounce off, it's not that big of a energy commitment. Especially for something this size, it'll be teeny tiny. But probably means I need to add 1 or 2 more batteries to this in order to get it to work properly. So all right, let's get stopped. Please. Please. Cease. There we go. Okay. And we'll drop this down here. Okay. How does that work? Why do you have power now? Okay. I'm gonna have to do some behind-the-scenes investigation. Am I missing something here? There's nothing that makes you feel more clueless makes you feel more clueless with a game that you've played for years than once you put yourself on camera. Because then you're like, is this really how this works? But that is, I will say, that is the one thing that I've done with space engineers in the past is I have been very slow on the automation side and very much spent my time building fairly basic bases. I play space engineers the way I play Minecraft, right? You just build your storage chest rack, and then you're just accessing it, grabbing what you need, and going, rather than having things like actually conveyor and automated. But I think that's where we'll be able to learn a little bit together. Oh, and I had them too. That's okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and where's our cargo? Perfect. There she is. And she full? Okay, we're gonna need more cargo. Exciting. No, I need... Where is it? I need those power cells. Alright, so that'll be able to charge up that, and then hopefully those will be able to charge up our speeder bike, and we're looking better there. Okay, cool. So we've now been able to get a proper assembler, a proper refinery. So, right, we've got all of our bare bones basics. Now the goal for next time will be to get that money up, right? We set that goal of 4 million. So we will be focusing on that next time now that we've got a pretty good setup here. Maybe I do a little bit of offline just prettying up of the base. That's just nothing more than a lot of just mining of iron and placing steel plates down. So we'll probably, if I end up doing that, I will include it in the YouTube highlights as a time lapse. So be sure to check out the YouTube channel, Tcully. Or just search Tcully on YouTube, and then feel free to follow the stream. Come check me out. I'm here every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 to 9. Today we're ending a little bit early. I've got some family that arrived. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for your time, and we will be back with more Space Engineers next Saturday. And we'll be back on Tuesday with our Kingdom Come Deliverance and Empire at War in the second half of the stream. So you guys have a great night. As Truman would put it, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you guys are at. So have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Have a good one, guys.